What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's reaction video is how big is the USA actually? Now, we have done a couple of reaction videos already, and you've made a few comments about travelling all over the US, haven't you?
Yeah.
Which I have corrected in the videos. There's no way in hell we can do it in one trip. It is absolutely massive. And that's why we're doing this reaction. It is literally going to show you. I can't remember the content in this video. It was a long time ago. But it's just going to describe how big the USA is. It's going to give you a bit more context on how you can... It really probably take 3 weeks to a month to do just one state.
Yeah.
Never mind multiple states.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Smash that like button if you like this kind of content, guys. We seriously appreciate it. We're really enjoying this, and the more you guys want to see it, the more we're going to do it as well. We've got so many videos lined up as well, so smash that like button. We'd seriously appreciate it. Subscribe if you're new, if you want to see all them videos, and hit that notification bell. Hit all instead of personalised. Every single time we upload, you guys will be notified. Let's get straight into it. How big is the USA actually? What we got?
This video was made possible by Wix. If you're ready to create a website, head over to wix.com/go/infographics to try out one of their premium plans right now. The United States is currently the world's sole superpower with military installations around the world. As a country, its geography spans from subtropical forests to rolling plains, scorching deserts, and Arctic wastes. But just how big is the US really in comparison to the rest of the world? Hello and welcome to another episode of the Infographic Show. Today, we're taking a look at how big the US really is. The US is approximately 5,680,000 square miles, with terrain that varies dramatically. Only Russia at 10.6 million square miles and Canada at 6,205,000 square miles are...
That's a stat. Did you know Canada's technically bigger than the US?
I did know that, but I only knew that like recently.
Okay, sound. Maybe I have told you that. I don't know.
No, I learnt it at school.
Learn at school. Oh, okay.
Which wasn't recently, 5 years ago. But
Yeah, I was going to say, that's not that recent. But honestly, that was mind-blowing to me. But obviously, the population's a lot lower.
Yeah.
Because all this is pretty much uninhabitable.
Yeah.
It's absolutely freezing and stuff like that. So yeah, there you go. A little fact if you didn't know that. I didn't know it at the time.
I used to think Canada was part of America, where I went to school, like, before I learnt that. So.
Oh yeah, don't say that because people will get annoyed about that. But we know the difference now, don't we?
Yeah.
larger than the US. Its three biggest states, Alaska at 663,000 square miles, Texas at 270,000 square miles, and California at 160,000 square miles, combined would be the 17th largest nation in the world, immediately after Sudan at 1.15 million square miles, and right before Libya at 1 million square miles. In total, the US is larger than the 107 smallest countries in the world combined. With about 327 million people, the United States is also the third most populated nation on Earth, having a total of 4.28% of the total world population. With a net yearly migration rate of approximately 900,000 people, the US is by far the one place the rest of the world wants to live, with Germany coming in second at 350,000 migrants, and Turkey in third with 300.
Like, Germany comes second after the US.
Oh yeah.
The
difference between the yearly migration. It is mental, isn't it? Again, just everyone wants to live in the land of the free.
Yeah.
Live the American dream, I guess.
25,000 migrants. In the US, 83% of the population lives in cities, with its three most populated cities being New York City with 8.5 million people, Los Angeles with 4 million people, and Chicago with 2.7 million people. All combined, the population of the US's three biggest cities is equal to the population of Chad with 14.5 million people. Just these three cities alone are also more populated than Cuba with 11.5 million people, Belgium with 11.3 million people, and Greece with 11.2 million people. When counting the greater metropolitan area, New York City is the 10th largest city in the world, with a total population of 18.6 million people, just behind Cairo with 18.8 million people, and just ahead of Dhaka with 17.6 million people. This would make the greater New York City area the 63rd largest country in the world, just ahead of Syria with 18 million people. The US is the world's largest economy with a gross domestic product of $20.4 trillion, or 23.3% of the total global economy. China is just behind the US at $14 trillion and 16.1% of the total global economy. When measured by purchasing power parity, or the price of goods and services versus individual incomes, the US comes at number 2 to China, whose GDP PPP is $25.2 trillion. This means that while the Chinese economy is about 30% smaller than the US's, Chinese individuals have on average 20% greater purchasing power in their own country. The three biggest economies within the U.S. states are California with a GDP of $2.6 trillion, Texas with a GDP of $1.6 trillion, and New York with a GDP of $1.5 trillion.
Are your main three, aren't they? You could have probably guessed that, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm
surprised Florida is not.
Oh, well, I imagine Florida's quite high, but if you look at the size of Texas...
Oh, yeah, the size of it. But New York's not that big, really.
It's not that big, but the amount of people there...
Yeah, I suppose.
Like, there's so many people. That's why, like, in like Manhattan, there's so many skyscrapers. There isn't as much land as other places. So they just build up.
Just got people to
just build up. Exactly.
Altogether, these three states would be the world's third largest economy, just ahead of Japan with a GDP of $5 trillion. California's economy alone is as big as the United Kingdom's. Texas's is as big as Canada's. And New York's is as big as South.
Yeah, economy-wise, yeah. Yeah, it's mental, isn't it? Absolutely mental. That just shows how much of a powerhouse just one state is. Never mind the other 49, which makes up the US.
That's crazy.
Korea's. The United States also has the best equipped military in the world, though it's only the third largest at 1,282,000 active duty personnel. Ahead of it are India with 1.4 million active duty personnel and China with 2.1 million active duty personnel. The US spends over $610 billion on its military every year, or 3.1% of its total GDP. 35% of the world's total military expenditure, and more than the next 9 nations combined. Just behind it are China with $150 billion in expenditures and Saudi Arabia with $76 billion in expenditures. The United States also has the most military bases in the most foreign countries in the world, with approximately 800 military installations in 80 countries, possibly more military bases in more foreign lands than any nation or empire in history. The cost of maintaining these bases alone is about $156 billion, more than China spends on its entire military. On the civilian side, the U.S. has the world's third largest police force, with 913,000 total police officers, placing it just behind India at number 1 with 1.9 million police officers, and China with 1.6 million police.
You've got to think, although India is growing now, I've done a few reactions, but India has 1.3 billion people in it. America's obviously huge with 374, but India does have 1.3 billion. So the population in terms of numbers is a lot higher in India, so you can understand why the active personnel is higher in the military. You can understand why there's a lot more police officers, but the infrastructure is nowhere near as good. Like, the US is levels above. That's why, even though India has more people, the US has a lot better military-wise, if that makes sense. They've got the infrastructure, they've got the power as well, and they've put the money into it. Compared to India, they kind of just have the main bulk of people, and they're slowly trying to build their way up. But yeah, there's an insane amount of people. Same in China. I'm not sure what China's population is, but there's a lot of people in China.
Officers. In the realm of healthcare, the US is the most expensive nation on earth, with a health expenditure per capita of $10,350, placing it ahead of Switzerland at $7,900 and Germany at $5,550. While on average the rest of the world spends about 10.3% of its GDP on healthcare, the US spends 18% of its GDP on healthcare. The United States is a large, complex nation, big enough to host several different distinct accents within its own borders. Its people are hardworking and industrious, leading the world's economy.
Which ones? You mean the ones in the background?
Yeah.
Well, we know that's a Statue of Liberty.
No, that I mean the faces.
Mount Rushmore.
I know.
I do know this. I believe it's in South Dakota. They're the 4 presidents, I believe. Yes.
That looks so cool.
Lincoln's
I know, obviously,
Lincoln's on there. Oh, I'm not going to attempt to name the 4. I believe Abraham Lincoln's on there.
Is that actually a real?
It's a real monument in the US. I believe it's South Dakota. And you can go there. You can actually, I believe you can get a helicopter tour around it and stuff like that. And it's a sight to behold.
Wow.
Have
to have a look at that.
So we'll definitely have to check that out one day, because I've never seen it in person, obviously, because we've only ever been to New York.
Statue of Liberty in the Empire State Building. Is that San Francisco Bridge?
Golden Gate Bridge, I believe.
Is that the White House?
No, I wanted to say the White House, but I don't think it is. I don't know off the top of my head, actually. It's definitely not the White House.
No, it's not.
Let us know what this building is. I feel like we should definitely know what it is, and we're probably getting absolutely roasted in the comments right now.
I can't think of any.
I can't either, to be honest with you. Let us know in the comments, like, because my mind has gone blank on
I'm
that building.
thinking of like along those lines of Statue of Liberty, but I can't think of anything other than. Surely they put the White House on there, but that can't be the White House.
No, it's definitely not the White. I tell you what, we're gonna kick ourselves because we're gonna see that first comment and we're gonna know exactly what it is, and we're gonna be fuming. So you got Mount Rushmore, Statue of Liberty. So yeah, we've seen 2 of them. It's Statue of Liberty and the Empire State Building.
Hopefully you're going to see San Francisco Bridge.
Hopefully we'll see San and Mount Rushmore again. It'd be pretty cool to go.
I really want. That looks really cool.
I believe, again, let me know in the comments. I believe it's a thing when you go to Vegas. A lot of people get a tour, go on a bus ride, or maybe a helicopter to Mount Rushmore. Okay. So it's kind of like you do Vegas and then you spend a day going there.
It's definitely worth it. It looks worth it. It looks really cool.
Again, let us know in the comments the best way to do that. But yeah, it's amazing. It is absolutely amazing. Right, anyway, let's carry on. There's only a minute left.
The United States is a large, complex nation, big enough to host several different distinct accents within its own borders. Its people are hardworking and industrious, leading the world's economy. But despite what recent political events might indicate, they're also the most welcoming nation in the world. With 3 times the number of immigrants, the nation's in either the number 2 or number 3 spot in a global comparison. The U.S. isn't the only welcoming place in the world. We've never felt more welcomed than...
Oh, he's going into it now. So if you guys want to check that ad out, link to this channel was in the description. Go and give them some support. Smash that like button while you're here and subscribe if you're new. We'd seriously appreciate that. What do you think about them?
Yeah, I didn't think it was actually that big, like, compared to the other places.
It's big in, like, every aspect.
Yes, like, just the economy, the actual country itself, everything.
Nah, definitely. And you've seen some more landmarks which you didn't know existed.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to go and Google Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, definitely. It is pretty cool. Again, you guys know it. I know it quite a bit as well, just by seeing it in these videos.
I've never heard of it.
Again, I want to name the president.
Yeah, that building is really annoying me. It's
definitely not. I don't know. I feel like we're gonna finish this recording. We're just gonna remember it, but my mind's gone completely blank.
Yeah, I don't know.
I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Let us know any other videos you want us to react to in the comments. We have got a few lined up, haven't we? Which we're super keen to record because, like this one, there's a lot of stuff which you don't know, which is highlighted here. So I'm keen to teach you as well as learn some stuff myself because I feel like watching these videos back, I pick up on things and it's a little bit of a reminder. So if you guys have liked this video, smash that like button. We'd seriously appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button as well. You're absolute legends. And because it's the end of the video, and you must be a true legend if you've made it, go and check the Patreon out. It helps us make these videos. We do it every single day after we finish work. If you don't want to support it, that's absolutely fine. You're still a legend. You don't have to. But if you have got a little bit, we'd seriously appreciate it. Absolute legends. We'll see you guys in the next one. Have a fantastic day. Peace.